Hey there, Rhoda here. Welcome to my craft room. Today will be part 2 of the envelope style waterfall folio that I showed yesterday. Yesterday's video showed the construction of the actual card itself, and I showed how to score all of the pieces of paper that went in it, and I also showed how to sew it into the signature. The part that we are going to do today is decorating. And I was going to show you the book, The Butterfly Collage. Oop, I'm up too far. This is one of those hot buys from Michael's. And I don't know if you can see the UPC there, if you would like to try to find this. It has a lot of beautiful papers in it, a lot of foil designs, if you can see the shine there. I've even used this blue one here with snow. It looked like snow falling, and I used it on several of my winter journal pieces. But I usually, when I get in here and I'll cut pages and stuff, I thought you might want to see this. Instead of me throwing them all in a pile, which I sometimes will do that too, I'll use this little plastic report cover and I stick all my pieces that are so small and fiddly that they would fall out. Now the other pieces that are large enough and will stay in here, I'll leave in the book in the front. And that's what I'll usually look at first to see if there's anything I need to use. So this here has the 2 Velcro pieces, and I picked this beautiful paper. All of these are from this book. So this was a pretty kind of a wash design, and it had the extension over here. It's like one big piece, and I just cut it in half. And then the piece here was also part of that, and the outside piece was one, and I've got all those the flap and the front and the back out of that. Then the pages themselves were ones I had dyed last summer and got some really cool designs from. So we have tags to put in some of these journal cards and tags, and then we'll be trying to decorate the rest of them in some way. And then we have the 2 large pocket tags to do. So let me show you the one page. I'm thinking of putting this on the back. There's 2 cutout pages from this. And I thought about putting this on the back. And I could make it a large pocket if I want to too. You couldn't put it up here because I put the Velcro down. Now, if I wouldn't have jumped ahead of myself, I might have been able to just put this down with the Velcro and put it on top of there. But you know how it is. So we could probably use one of these little images here to go on this left side, because you're going to have the flap closed and not really see the whole thing. So let's get to it and start choosing what we want. I also chose these 2 to be my large tag pieces. This can still be written on, although it's got like a design on it, but it's not too busy. I also picked this one to go and be one of the back or the front of that tag, and you can write on here easily. And the 2 colors go well with what's on the cover and inside. Anything goes on the inside base combination because it's so neutral. All right, let me get to cutting and figure out what we got going here. I believe I'll do the 2 tags, large tags first. I'll get my cutter up here. Oh, I was going to show you one thing from the yesterday's discussion. I was telling you about this white string. See, the string I used was white, and I should have dyed it or whatever. I could have used embroidery floss that would have had the color I wanted. In here it doesn't look so bad, but on the outside edge it did. So I got my Copic marker and I took the flat edge side, and just now I just kind of did real light. I just rubbed it against there. I didn't want to do too much because, oop, like that. I was going to get it on the edge. Hopefully I can take my blender, get that little piece off of there. It might fade enough that you don't see it, but you can see it kind of blended in and you don't notice it as badly. So let me put this to the side. Our really, really large tags are going to be the size of 8 1/4 and 5 1/2. So I can go ahead and do both pieces at that size. And I can thread it in here at 5 1/2. And what I'll do, can you see the top? No, let me pull that down. And what I'll do with this is I will find the 8 1/4 here, and I'll sink that blade. Let me make sure I didn't move that. I did. I'll sink the blade right here, and then I'll go up and cut. And then I know that's exactly where I need to be on this tag. Then I can take it, like I was discussing yesterday. This has a limited scope because it's only a 6-inch pad. And let me make sure I've got that in the right spot to start. Move down just a little bit right there. Okay. Now I can put that down and sink it and cut the rest of it. We can always trim later, but we want to get it as close as possible. Oops. There's that. Oh, I need 2 of them. So what I'm going to do is make it easy on myself and just cut it from that. And actually, I think I can cut all the rest of them from that as well. The other 2, I mean. Okay. Here's another piece from my envelope. And I believe we can get rid of this right now, because I'm going to use the first one here to go about it. And the butterflies are going in every direction possible, so I don't think it really matters which one you choose. So we're going to do this. I hope everybody is having a great day today and are getting ready to go to the craft room and do a little bit of crafting, drawing, whatever float your boat. A crazy saying from the 70s, float your boat. Okay, I'm going to actually, I think I can get 3 butterflies that way. So let me go with this idea here of it being in this corner. Oh, I had to take Mom out to the doctor's today, and then we did some major running around as usual. Ate at Applebee's, had a good meal. I'm still full. that was noon today. Oh, that was like 3 hours ago. Alrighty, we have our pieces ready to go. 1 for each front and back. Get the scissors out of the way. Then we have tabs we need for these. Now I showed you these before in several of my videos. I've made templates for my tabs. This is the whale tail punch one, and I got it from a digital kit, and I printed the page in cardstock. So when I had one out, I had trimmed, I traced around it, and I made myself a little template. Oh, actually, you can see it was, I think that's My Porch Prints, possibly. Anyhow, and then I made this one up myself. I just drew it from a tab, you know, looked at a tab and kind of just sketched it out, because the ones I've got on this crazy works machine down here they're not big. They're not very big at all. So anyhow, I believe I would like the tab style for this. And what I'll need to do is pick me out. That's matchy. We're going to go pink. That'll go with both of them. So what I need to do is lay it this way and just kind of draw it with my, and I think my tab here is a little crooked, but it gets the job done. So what I usually do to try to fix all that is I will only sketch the one side and then I'll fold it in half. And that kind of takes care of the situation. So we're going to do this and this. I know I got sort of a convoluted way of doing things. And then I got to score it. Let me get my board back up here. And I showed this yesterday where I did the marker down the middle, but that's where this comes in handy. Usually these are like 2 inches, so it's 1 inch on each side of your tab. So what we're going to do is we're going to draw that right down the center. There. That takes care of that. And then we're going to fold it in half. Score it. We're actually going to cut that off so I don't bend the rest of it. I don't need the rest of that piece. Okay, let's see if I can follow this. Okay. I'll tell you what, I'm going to put you on pause. I'm going to glue these two together, those two together, cut these out, and put them on the top of my tab, or my tags. And then I'll probably use my little cutter here and round off all my corners with this large round part here, because I find that makes the sliding in and out much, much easier. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Now, when I left, I had mentioned that the large tags that were going into the front and the back pockets were going to be, I think I told you 8 1/4 by 5 1/2. Well, I changed that. I think I mentioned yesterday that because of gluing the two sides and doubling the paper, because I've got one on both sides here because it was only one-sided, it made it just a little bit wider, and you wanted it to be a little stronger to be able to push it down in there. So I have revised this to be 8 by 5 1/4. And these measurements will be in the description box down below once I get everything done and I get this posted for you. I'm going to try to get it posted today. It may be a little later tonight, depending on how long it takes for it to get on here. Now, yesterday, I had not meant to send that first part out so soon. I messed up. And anyway, I had not got the measurements in. So if you got the early edition of yesterday's part 1 video, please know that there is description in the description box. There are measurements now for you to know what to do each one of these scores at, and how to do all of the front and the back cover and all of that. That's in there now. So if you would like to go back and look at that. I would like to thank Linda Scott, my new subscriber, for pointing that out to me. I really appreciate it. And I really appreciate the new subscribers and the old subscribers that I have. Everybody's been so nice. Oh, and I'm a little frazzled anyway under camera, whether I'm behind it or in front of it. Oh, right. Well, back to it. I did a bunch of the cutouts here that were left in my book. And I'm not going to decorate these two pieces up. This one's got a couple of nice little butterflies already. And then you have this piece here for writing on. And I also had these strips at the top and the bottom of these major pages in this book. You have these little strips. And I thought, well, let me just cover up that tab with this. I've got a little bevy of butterflies over here for decoration and more strips. So let me put these to the side, and we're going to start on our book itself, on the pages. In the actual butterfly collage pad, you have a whole page, or 2 of them, of butterflies, all these different butterflies. And that's what I did the little fussy cut from. And let me get my pieces here that I'd already started. And I'm going to pull this out and show you The first one here is, oops, the real skinny tall tag. Let me put this up here for me. This is a real skinny tall tag that's going to go down in the center of this one. I think I mentioned yesterday that this is a real skinny tight pocket, and it can't be a very big tag at all. The tag itself is 8¼ by 2 inches. Now you can play with these dimensions if you rather, because I was sort of doing that too while I was off camera putting those 2 large pockets together. But what we'll do is we'll go ahead and glue this together. That won't take too much. Yeah, this pad is only a one-sided pad, but you can always put coffee dye paper on the back side if you didn't want to choose another one of your pages from the kit. And I'm going to stick this on here. I just chose pink to go with the overall color. I don't think I got that on there quite right, but we'll trim it. It's always good to trim this. It can't hurt to be smaller. It only hurts to be bigger. Okay. There we go. Trim the top. And I'm not doing any kind of inking. None whatsoever. I don't think it needs it. It would probably detract from it, even if you was to use a pretty color. Now see, I used little butterflies for that side. Oh, it's even got a little dragonfly in there. Alright, I chose also to cut out of one of my scraps over there. I positioned my whale tail punch just right to get that butterfly to be on the front. And that's going to be the back side where you can write on it. And so let me put this on here. I don't guess a whale tail punch like this, I mean the template, is that copyrighted? Because what I thought I could do is put my 2 tabs template pull thingies on my Rhoda's junk page, and then y'all would have it there to be able to use. I can always put my tab on there. I'll have to look into the concept of putting the whale tail. I know that's a Stampin' Up! Item. And here, all I'm doing is I was trimming the little points off, because right up here at the top, you can see the little tiny points. And I thought I would round it in a way without being too obvious. There we go. Now, this one can go in its pocket. And the thing is, yesterday I forgot to put a punch there for a thumb pull. So I thought I would show you, and I couldn't get this in here either. I couldn't get it to go down in to put my pull. So we are going to do the pull on both sides, basically. If I can, there we go. So, right there. Okay. You just got to commit. Once you decide where to punch, commit. And follow through. All right. Now, sometimes this little copy paper may be kind of tender, or, oh, look, that frames the butterfly perfectly. How cute. Anyhow, so you may want to reinforce. You can reinforce with washi. You can reinforce with these little strips, or make your own little strips. You can do it with possibly ribbon. I even had this pretty little piece here left over. Wouldn't that be cute? But the only thing is, you got to trim around that hole. I should have put it on there before. I'm always jumping ahead. Okay. The next spot we have is, what did I do with it? Oh, I left it up here. Sorry about that. I have this piece, which is on page 2, because there's only 8 pages. It's on page 2. This is going to be considered a journal card. It's not going to have a pull or anything on it. This is 7 3/4 by 2 3/4. Where's my ruler? There it is. Let me just double check myself. It's always good. Okay, 7. I'm a little further, but all you got to do is check. That one's right on the money. The other one's just a little longer, but I stuck them in here earlier and they both fit. See? So you can have it just a little bit longer if you need it to be. All right, let's glue those down, and we're going to round the edges. I don't know if I showed you the 2 large cards. I'll show you those in a little bit. And I always like to do the big round circular type of thing on the edges to help them slide in and out easier. Especially if you're going to put some kind of other decoration on here. I don't think there's a direction on any of these butterflies or... Nope. No direction. So where's it going to rub that down? I still have my Wendy's card floating around here somewhere, but then we want to go and trim off, because you never can get it quite right. Never. Especially when it's a tight fit. There we go. Go ahead and go down this way. Now, if you were inking, you could hide that so easy. But we are not choosing to ink today. And like I said before, if you want, you can check out part 1 that has all the instructions and things. Plus, you can see me do it and follow along. Maybe watch it once and then go back and watch it again and try to construct one. There we go. That's all we got to do. I'll have to clean the floor later. This tucks in here, and I liked it because it has these 2 big metallic butterflies that fit just about right there. So that goes there. That one's done. 1 and 2 down. Now the third one is the only other one with a pocket. The rest of them were just pages. So our third one, I chose to do a tab pull, and then I have a piece of the cardstock that was the base of this. So I don't know if I'm gonna, I probably will try to cover it, and I think I'll do what you consider like a frame kind of a covering. Let's see if there's anything else in here we might like or that we can use up. I've always liked this one, but I'm gonna save that for something else. Maybe this one. That's the cover. And we haven't used it. And see, we only have to put it on the front side. We don't have to do it on the back at all. And what we're going to do is like this. And we're going to frame it. And we're going to notch it here and here. Ooh. And then we're going to get in here real quick. Cut it. If I can remember where I notched it. Good gravy. I forgot where I notched it now. Oh my gosh. Oh, isn't that something? Okay. Here. There's one. Where'd the other one run off to? Was it here? No wonder I can't see it. Okay. Doesn't help that I need new glasses. Let's go in this way. Where's the shine at? Sometimes you can pull it to the side and look for the shine. There we go. I'm going to do it like that. I'm going to trim this off. Get that out of the way. And we're going to find our other mark right there. Now what I'm also going to do is round this edge. I think it will add a lot to it. Going to round, do the smaller round. think my husband's out there using a saw. He's been having to fix the basement door. Oh, we've been in this house for a long time, and everything has, last 2 years, broken down. All the appliances went 1 year. That's something. This year it seems to be piecing some parts of the house. Oh, okay. I'll put this on here, and I'll tell you what, we're going to put the tab on first, so it's under the piece of paper we're going to put on there. I wish I had remembered to put on the large tags the tab underneath. That's why I had to put those little strips. I wasn't too happy with the look. All right, we're going to try to get as close to the middle as we can, and we can lay it here. That needs to move just a tad. There we go. That's the middle. I'm using my lines here. Here we go. Then we're going to glue this down. Keep going with the glue. And as I mentioned, this is a pretty nice little project to make a card, happy mail. You can add more of the pages in there and really make a thick actual journal out of it if you prefer. It doesn't have to be just happy mail or a small waterfall journal. Ooh, I got just a couple minutes there. I could move that. There we go. Now, I kind of like that. I covered the butterfly, but he was only half and half anyhow. So, I got a trash can over there if you wonder where I keep tossing the trash. Okay. Now, that goes in this one and sticks out like this. Sometimes you got to do the wiggle, but he's in there. There we go. Now, the only part we got left is the decorating. I mentioned this is probably going to go on the back. So we're going to go ahead and put this one on the back. I think that's pretty. I'm not going to worry about making a pocket. If I do a pocket, it would probably be on the inside. Just because I'm thinking stuff would fall out easier if it was out here. It may not. It just depends, I guess, how tight your pocket is. There we go. Oh, I'm working without my tweezers today. Shocking. Absolutely shocking. Okay. Is that middle? Yep. That's middle. Not quite, but it's there. Oh, there. I got it to move one little minuscule piece, and that was perfect. Okay, that's done. Now we're going to work on the inside. I'm going to move this over this way. All right. We need a tiny one for the front here. So, wisdom or beauty would fit. Probably have to cut it down just a little bit. That butterfly matches that one, so I'm going with this one. And we're eyeballing it. Oop, I don't think that was too bad. We make it the same distance on the other side of the wing. Yep. And we're going to cut our edge. Oh, did I cut it? No, I didn't even trim anything. Let's do it that way. Now here's where you could get fancy and do little pockets where you tuck something down in there. I might just do that because I don't exactly know what to stick in there. I'll probably make a little skinny tag because it needs something to take up this length here. I've already got a word, beauty, so we probably just need something beautiful to put in here. I couldn't help myself. Okay, now we can come in and back up with a butterfly if we wanted. I'm not too sure that one goes. That one's too big. I love the pink one. Well, I already got a butterfly on there. Let's ride with the one we got for right now. And then I also have the back side. Well, I'm going to go ahead and use these two because I don't have anything smaller. These are it. And I've used some of my pieces from this kit for something else. So we're going to do the same thing. Another situation for a tall tag or some paper that you might have them journal on. Sometimes you run into a situation where somebody doesn't journal. So you have to decide what to do. You can make a more artistic journal and decorate it and have, I'm going to pinch the top just a tad, and have where they could just enjoy looking through it. That works really well. Now this one, I like that pink on there. Bloom with Grace. I like that too. That's a little on the tight side though. I need something I could trim off. Well, we do have a tag. Hey, let's take this tag. I'm not going to worry about cutting that out. I like that purple dot. But we're going to just make it a tuck. I guess we can make it a tuck. That'll work. That'll work. So we're just going to be gluing the two sides. And I'm going to put a little extra glue on here, just because I'm not gluing the two other sides. And we're going to go about midway with it. So we're varied on our distances. And it doesn't look all samey. Okay. There's that one. It'll dry for me in a second. Now this one I will go ahead and do me a butterfly. Which one do I want? Yeah, that one looks good, and it pulls in the purple from the other page there. That will work. Anytime you're putting colors down, especially if you've got one surface and you're trying to get it to all match together really well, you want to have a color kind of travel all around the page. So I've got purple up here. It's a different page, but I'm considering it one page in the visual part of this. So that's where, see, now I can see here and my eye goes up there, and it's kind of an arty thing, I guess. That kind of gives you a more rounded look. All right, I think we need to go with maybe something white on this one. And you don't have to decorate this thing to the hilt. You can just decorate, you know, put something there. Now this is another situation where I might just go in the middle. And, oh, I know what we can do here. We can make a belly band. There you go. We can make us a tall, narrow tag. Or just a journal card, real skinny. And we're just going to glue the two sides. I always try to put a little bit of everything in a journal I do. I try to do belly bands. I try to do the pockets. I try to do several tucks. Let's see, we put that there. And we're going to pinch at the top and bottom. And when I say pinch, I'm pushing in just a little bit. I'm making sure the glue goes down, but I'm also pushing in. And that is keeping, or putting a little gap there. See? Oh, see, I didn't have to fight it or nothing. That's what happens when you glue it flush and you don't give it any room to breathe like that. Oh boy, that thing is hard as everything to get off of there. I got a little bit of glue there. I'm trying to get rid of it. There we go. So I say that page is done. Now this page needs something, but I'll come back and figure that one out. We're just doing the major things now, because you can always tweak. I like that with that yellow. This one's too big. It's got to go further back. And then we have, now on our color wheel, purple and yellow go together. That's why you see it in Halloween stuff so much. There's 2 greens. How about that? And we're not going to worry about cutting our edges or anything. Now look what I did. I went and glued that around the wrong way. Guess what? That's where we don't want that one. That's where you come and you hide it with something like this. And because we're going to have pink on this page, I think that's perfect. Now, what is it I'm always telling you? There's always a fix. Now, we are going to take that little bit off of here because that's got another color from the page it actually came from. All right. Whoopsie, whoopsie. There it is. Actually, it's a little green. It may have went with us after all. All right, let's go down here. Run our glue up and down the strip. I'm always trying to use up scraps. Always. And so you can make collages. You can make clusters. There's so many different ways you can use them up. Some people just toss them. I think it's sort of a waste. And it's kind of against the principles of junk journaling. I have to say. All right. I think we're going to go catty corner on these. I'm not going to worry about making a pocket. But I'm going to put one above on the one side and one below on the other. So we have a variation. Okay. Put that one there. Overlap my pink just a tad. There we go. And now we're going to do the same, but on the opposite side at the top. Now you can get in here with some lace too. There is room in this if you don't put too many pages in it. I'm against bulk, but you do want something to pretty things up. So especially if you have a flat lace. Oh, that would be really pretty. Oh, I need to go down to where I'm about the same as the other page. There we go. There. Rub it down. But like on your edges, like I did with my mom's, I really duded up the edges with a lot of lace. So you can come back in here later on and do that. You kind of just work at it as you go. Try to figure out what you want here, what you want there. Now, this pink one, I'm setting it back right there because that's going there. These, oh, ooh. I think I need the dark one there because the rest of them kind of get washed out. And I don't know what I got on that page there, but I have a bit of teal. I don't know, we'll cover that up. I could always go and do a double stack there. I know I'll be losing some of my butterflies, but you can do little catty corners like that. I think we will, and we'll make this one a tuck. We'll glue this one all the way down, and this one will be like a tuck. Let's do it. As my friend Ki Young says, let's do it. Oh, she's the one that made all those beautiful kits I've been using. The Paris one, the vintage Paris. And she also made one that is Forest Through the Trees. And that's the one I call my Colorado journal. I have both of those down below in my list of videos. I've been trying to keep up with my playlist too, so if you ever see anything that just says flip through, that you see all of my different journals I've created. Okay. We are going to go right there. And I didn't get that over far enough, but oh well. We're going with it. We'll straighten that up and go with it. So, when I put something in here, I got to tuck. Now, I could have went in here and I should have done it the edge. Let's see if I can still do it. Oh, yeah, I can. Okay. That works better. Then I kind of know it's a tuck that way. Next is this one. I got to trim that edge. I can see foil and something here. If I can get steady enough. What's the bottom of the wreath? I'm going to go with that. And I'm going to make it a pocket. I am driving on the wrong side of the road. Definitely today. That glue doesn't want to drive straight. There. Good enough. There we go. Now, I can come back later and put me some strips like on the bottom here. Maybe on the sides, depending on how you want to do it. Now see this piece of purple, I could go, I could come over here and do the side if I want to cover up my big blue spot. But we are going to go with this pretty little pink butterfly and stick it down here to kind of finish that edge. I got quiet all of a sudden. Contemplative. I'm not one to talk too much unless you get me into genealogy. Then I'm nonstop. Now I should have put a thing there, but I forgot. As usual. A thumb pull is what I meant. I'm trying to get better on my descriptions. I'll give you some half lame word and you don't even know what I'm talking about. So I apologize for that. I get on here, I'm just, I'm kind of zoning out. Oh, I see a little bit more on this edge. There we go. All right. Are we to the back? Yeah. We're on the last page. Now, does teal go? I really love this butterfly kisses here. So I think we're going to put that down here on the edge. Maybe I'll put the thank you back there. Oh, I hear my little kitten wanting in the door. So, I'll be out in a minute, Bobby. She's probably hungry. She goes out and does her roaming. And then she's got to come in and get it refueled. Alright, we're just going to put that all the way down. I want this to be where you can write in it. So, I'm just wanting to enhance the pages, not really cover them all the way. Now, you can get in here and to your heart's content decorate it how you want. It's yours. Once you get it put together, you decorate it to the hilt. Use up all those scraps. And we're going to have this little butterfly kind of up here. Okay. Alrighty. I think this is going to be me calling it quits. I'm going to stick the stick the big tags in. What did I do with them? Here they are. Okay. I'm going to stick my two big tags in. And we're going to do it this way. See, it's got a little bit of wiggle. You got to do a little bit of wiggling. Now, if you cut it down even more than what I did, it would be easy. There we go. That one's in there. I'm going to put this one in there. And it's the same size as the other one. And this pocket's the same, so we shouldn't have too much trouble. There we go. Oh, sorry, butterfly. And then we still had one to put out here. Just a girl growing wings. Does that sound good? It kind of goes with the cover. I think that's what we'll do. And then we'll have this front finished. And the back. And we will call it a wrap. I hope everybody gives this a try and makes a few for possibly for Christmas gifts. You can always adapt this to be a Christmas folio. Doesn't matter what kind of papers you use. You've got your dimensions in the description box, and I will be putting all the things for the tags and that kind of stuff in this one, so you'll know what to do for each one of these pieces we used here. So anyhow, I hope everybody has a great day today. Please give me a like and a thumbs up, and everybody have a great day. Thank you for watching.